because you're nuttier than a Christmas fruitcake. But I'm not
Welcome
paying
to
to
Sophia's
boost a
Emporium.
post. And so maybe I'm getting chastised or put in the corner or
Exploring
something
mysteries
because I'm
today.
still not seeing this move right here. So don't forget, you better play the game with us and you better play to win. Because if you're not playing to win, you're going down with the clowns, right? So let's take a quick look at what's going on. Oh, did I get to move? Oh, good. That's nice. So, there's been so much action today I can't barely see straight. Let's run down it real quick. Now, this is the way that they've been changing people's faces so nobody is noticeable anymore. Now, it is true that if you take the measurements from eyebrow to eyebrow, and I think that's the end of the eyebrow, don't quote me, and then from that point to the center of your lip line, even on identical twins, those measurements will not be identical. Isn't that amazing? So, here in this post, you see we're talking about something that I'm going to bring you the word up, but real quick, what you want to see in this picture. Okay, if I get to make any rules in this new paradigm, the first rule I have is quit fucking messing with the genome of the animals and the people, because this dog with no tail and no nose cost you $2,000 and me a bunch of shit all over my shampoo room floor. But the theme of the day is shitheads and assholes. So I shouldn't expect any different. YouTube Suze? No, see, that's a fake one. I've already been through this before, so let's just catch it while we're here. So I'm being kicked up a phony YouTube that says YouTube Suze with a sad face. That means somebody has hacked into my thing, somebody is misrepresenting me, somebody is offending my spirit, and I appreciate Roz Matthews for letting me know. Hey Roz, if you're out there listening, or Cousin Mike, tell all your fucking friends, whatever you do, don't click on this. There is a worm and there is a virus hidden in this. Poor Roz doesn't know. If somebody can get a hold of Roz Matthews and let her know that she needs to now worry about her computer being under attack, I would appreciate that. And maybe Facebook will pay you back when it's all said and done. Who knows? Because our international man of mystery, whether you believe it or not, is boss enough to clean this shit up. So if you don't think it's happening, I don't know what to tell you. Alright, next. This was a great one today. Okay, we got the generic alert, incoming missile, erupting supervolcano. Okay, so this went out this morning, and from what I get the gist of, is a bunch of people got a Twitter about this and told you to kiss your ass goodbye. You put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. Well, like I told you guys, there's this dude on YouTube named Thor, and he gives the the rock and roll side to this geoengineering and different things that has happened. But he wanted everybody to know that that was a fake, phony thing, and poof, he busted it. And I've been playing softball. Well, actually, I've been playing hardball today. But as the world is sending in the relevant bits of information, I'm picking them up. I'm doing screenshots. I'm putting them into photo albums. And us bitches are playing bingo. So, you might want to check that out. Play the game with us. Hashtag play the game. And oh yeah, play the game to win. Because you don't want what they got planned for us. Okay. Now, let me tell you about this. This is a minute and 32 seconds of your life. And for any of you guys that really know me, from the go, when I came online, they told me, don't follow anybody around, do your job, and stay on the mission. So, from the beginning of the go, I've been on the mission with a select group of people, and guess what, friends? They knew who I was before I knew who they were. And
Hola,
so
Anna.
we are all in an incredible team together that is here to bring this work forward. And I know nobody expected it to be me. I get it. I'm nobody. I'm the orange pumpkin with no face that was going to get sacrificed. And if you think this is a joke, you're nuttier than a fruitcake. So, back to John Lash Lamb, okay? This is the most important coded short message to have fun with today till we play. And oh yeah, we got more proof. Okay, so all in one package now. I'm not going to tell you about that right now because it's a very personal thing with me. And surely I don't talk about personal issues, do I? That was funny, wasn't it? Is anybody out there laughing?
Mirror, mirror in the skies, who's the author of lies rolled across the child's bright brow as counter magic to the
It's Mandela effect
Hey, you
decoded.
don't mean like bad magic, do you?
Hi, Manon. Good to see you. I'm not in this screenshot.
7 spells
I'm behind the
stand in a
scenes.
row.
Yes, this is a repost.
Does she go?
Anna, this is a repost of a video I did 9 months ago on Facebook Live,
known to pals,
but I never got it up on YouTube, so I'm doing it today.
Are jokers in the deck of death for Kali Ma to deal her
I'll
wrath.
show you.
The diamond sow may yet use Twitter. Her children are a brilliant litter.
Right
She
here.
teaches how to kill and heal.
I like the
The
healing part.
former may to some appeal. In silence does the target stand.
I'm live.
Its name signaled across the land.
Thanks to you.
Spoken by some, to others mute. The spell includes this attribute.
Okay. So, let me tell you what he's talking
You're
about real
welcome.
quick. I mean, if I could really do that. Nothing's quick in my world, is it? So, yeah. People didn't think magic was real. Y'all stoners thought you were just human, too. And see, just human implies that you're a rotten piece of shit. Now, like I've told the story, so listen up, kids, I'm going to tell it again. It was about 3.5 weeks ago that John had the courage to bring this
I got
information forward.
adore
So don't
and
say,
voices
well, how come I
out of
didn't
that
hear about that,
sentence.
Suze? Well, shit. Nobody heard about it till 3.5 weeks ago, so give yourselves a break. Now, once upon a time, in the very beginnings, there was this rotten group that now goes by the name of Zanash, Zadokai, Zadakim. It's different, like, variations on the same word. So, whether it's the singular individual that has no respect for life, or if it is the community of them that are shitholes and, assholes and shitheads, right. Okay, so anyhow, these dudes. Now, first, what they did was infiltrate their own with the parasite. So when I say that, in the never-ending story, let's just call it what y'all know it as, which would be the 12 tribes of Israel. But keep in mind, there were originally 12.
I got something
And
to
let's
show
not
you
be a
guys.
bunch of
Be right
prejudiced
back.
bigots at this point. It was an equal amount. 4 yellow, 4 red, 4 white, 4 black. All originating from directly on the equator. Okay, so back to the story. Because, people think all so-and-sos or whatever. Well, See, these other 11 tribes, they didn't like these bad Zanash jackasses, okay? They had over 600 kosher requirements.
It's my family
And here's the
Bible.
big thing you need to know. Since they hate life and they got like OCD, they like to
Show you something real
bleed the sacrifice white, which would mean it is a sharp, flat blade that is sliced across the neck, and the animal or the human, believe it or not, stays alive, suffering until the last drop of red blood is gone. That's called bleeding somebody white. Okay, so anyhow, believe it or not, these same jackasses, once they shit all over their own brothers and sisters, well, hey, why not, why not create the dogma that you all fight over within your own religions? So say like the Christians. Oh, good grief. You know, the Baptists don't like the Lutherans, don't like the Catholic, don't like the Methodists. They all got different rules, and they all choose different Bible verses to fight over and say which one is literal and which one is interpretive. How do you like that shit? Now, at the same time they did it to the Christians, they did it to the Muslims. So have some of that too. Now, as we go on shitting on everybody and taking advantage of what's sacred in life, well, see, the last time these guys went to court was 1907. 1907. And you can go watch John Lamb Lash's channel. I mean, believe it or not, there's a Zanash dude. He's got kids. And you know his kids have friends, right? So one day, the little Goy kid comes over to play. And he don't never go home to his mama. Just like what we're seeing now. And they found that kid on that man's property under his house. Okay? Now you want to ask me what they did with the blood? I'm sure you do. They mixed the blood into the food that they make at those high days, you know, those high holy days they speak of. And surely we know that now when you ask, well, how does that happen to people, Mommy? Well, see, if they start spellcasting on you when you're a little baby in diapers, feeding you bloody cereal, and don't get me wrong, it doesn't show up red. Come on, man. They're freeze-drying placentas. So these old fucks can eat them to stay alive because they know they're dead. They have no eternal life. Why do you think this has been going on? I'm really sorry. I'm sorry if it affects anybody's dinner. I'm sorry if it affects anybody's life. Okay? But this is what I've been going through for 40 months, like finding out all these things. And everybody's saying, ah, Suze, you're fucking crazy. Ah, Suze, you're stoned. Ah, Suze, you don't know because you don't even know how to work the computer. See, they needed somebody like me. And when you guys get the whole story, you'll go, that's why Suze is who she is. I mean, I'm glad to know who I am. And it's my honest prayer for every single individual on this planet at this time to somehow be touched by the hand of God and let you know who you are, and let you know where home is, and let you know why it's time to play the game to win. Okay, so we've gone over John. Now, look at this, and let me put these together, and let me get rid of Facebook trying to get me to buy a fucking ad. Okay, so here we go.
Got it.
My buddy Linda Wallace. This is a client that I met in beauty school, so we're going back a million years. About a month ago, she gives me these two vintage Elvis albums, and you guys know them. I mean, they're in the card deck already. I look at them every day because they're on my piano, and when I come down the steps, I see these faces. And sometimes it takes me a while even to process all the data. So today I had to pee.
Don't touch
I get done, I run downstairs, I'm looking at Elvi, and I decide that I'm gonna hone in. Okay? I don't mean with a camera, I mean with my eyeballs. And I was like, no way, man. Okay, so on the left, let me get a nail file and point to it. Or wait. Here, wait. Let me get really interactive. Have some fun. Okay. So here comes our cheap Elvis from EPE Enterprises that's ripping everybody off and trying to hurt people and lying about our king, right? Well, anyhow, here's your Elvis that you always knew and loved. See him right here? And this is the short face version. Okay, this is the stateside Elvis. And when I was looking at these albums, and these are photographs, mind you, but if you go back and look at the album, see, everything else on the album except for those faces are illustrations. So now when they're busted, see what fake Priscilla and them are going to do. They're going to say, oh, well, those are illustrations. Those aren't actual photographs. Fucking blow me sideways, plastic face. They are too. Now, in the meantime, you see, on our short-faced Elvis, this kid, well, whoever wrote on the album, he drew a little pencil mustache on our clean-shaven man here. He was probably ready for a date. He likes to be shaved because he's hairy. This one. Not that one. But anyhow, let's get back to the story. Okay, so our short-faced Elvis here has lighter blue eyes in this photograph than Mr. Sassy Pants here with the darker blue eyes. Now, keep in mind, he has a longer face, and if you can't see that, you're nuttier than a fucking fruitcake. There's some other things, and it won't show up on this live stream, I don't think, but let me get way up on it. Now, this one is our Mediterranean version, so let's remember where the origins of the 12 tribes come from for just a minute. Keeping in mind that during this battle from hell, you know, they start ragging on this one because his mama was Jewish. So see, they're trying to stir all that shit up, and none of us should be fighting. There is only one God. Take a memo. So, back to this. He's got the big pores on his face. This one is smoother face. They said this one was the beautiful Elvis, and they said this one wasn't so good looking, which, I mean, you want to talk about ignorant and prejudice. Whoever said that, I'm going to open a can of whoop ass on them. Believe me. So anyhow, this is how you know for sure. And this is Susie Hairdresser, you know, the holistic stylist with the national accreditation that nobody gives a rat's ass about. Okay, in this picture, we have the thinner hair, and you can see it's parted this way. Let me move the hairline up. See that? Now, get ready. See, this one's got natural wavy hair. This is the one that wore the longer sideburns that puffed out from his face. This one is the one that never wore his sideburns like that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have the one that they made the whole story about and shit on his image. And then they have this one, which stateside the ding-dongs never knew about. Internationally, they kept both alive. They honored both. They loved both. And guess what? They knew. Now, we didn't know in the land of the free. Nobody knew till 2013 when the Supreme Court ruling came down where this one's kid started sharing his pictures
That's the
of
best
his
I can
family
explain.
on his YouTube channel called Mr.
Nobody
Dot.
talks to me.
A.P. You know, period, dot, whatever. Look it up. Adam Presley, #1, International Man of Mystery. That's who I keep talking about. Okay, so anyhow, oh, and he's got the hairier chest. See, you can go back and look. This one since he has natural curly hair, has more hair on his arms. This is the one holding the baby boy, which would be Big Boots, you know, from the song. They're not talking about Lisa Marie. They're talking about the sunshine. The continuation of the line, you know, since AD 454, because think about it. If you didn't have Adam, A-D-E-M, see, you would have extinguished, put into extinction a bloodline that's been around since the go? I don't think so. See, I think that certain individuals are protected because during their life, they play the game to win, they treat people the way they would want to be treated, and they do not hurt other people. They first do no harm. And our Elvis never brought harm to nobody. So what did they do? Well, shit. They brought a heap of harm to him, his family, and everybody else. Oh yeah, wait till I tell you the story about, well, we should probably move on. Alright, let's get going. So, for anybody that doesn't know, we're playing, I want you to play the game with us. I keep asking, okay? So what I do is as I'm busting bad guys and all these reports are coming in, I'm playing softball Susie, picking them up, taking screenshots, responding to the people, and kicking it back out. You see how this works? And so, anyhow, this is a great one, and this is today's little mission. Let's just listen to a little bit of it and see what they got to say.
Hole, bleep hole, S-hole, any sort of hole.
Begins with a word, a bad word, and then ends up with hole.
Let's just use the word the president's using. Shithole, shithole, shitholes.
Donald Trump has turned the Oval Office into a shithole. Shithole.
Shithole. The word shithole in and of itself.
A shithole.
Shithole.
Can I remind everybody at this point in the game that there is more than one Donald Trump ding-a-lings? See, what they did is they took people and they replicated them. Whether they did it through the Human Genome Project, or whether it's actually a false profile / hologram / not who you think you're dealing with kind of deal. It totally explains it, doesn't it? And see, like people like me that's not important, well, there's not another one of me running around. But if I could have got caught on the computer like many people did, what they were doing was they were building an avatar. And once they get it to 100%, you know, whether it's getting all your data because you're a ding-dong and share redunculous posts, or whether it's because you're doing naughty things on this internet. And don't get me wrong, everybody's already forgiven, so don't feel guilty if you did something you didn't know. It's okay. I knew. Like always, you know, I gotta bring the hard news. I always talk about, I must have been the bitch when Atlantis was going down, that I had to go tell all my loved ones that there was 5 hours till it was sinking. You know, like on the Titanic. And I guess since I did it so many times, that this time I got better at it, and that's the name of the game. Okay, so my buddy Ra Castaldo, he shared a beautiful, just a beautiful writing. I guess I should read it, huh? Okay, so Ra and his wife had some babies recently, 2 baby girls. Okay, so it says, Tana is the sacred name for the great goddess, she who is all goddesses. Here on earth, she is known as Fauna. In the heavens, she is Diana, the moon. But in the universe, she is Tana, which is them all. Lakes, streams, mountains, beaches, and plants are moonflowers and willows. Lemons and apples also sacred to Tana. All that is feminine totally beauty and love at times, the eternal virgin, and others the mother. But truly she is free, loving, independent, and powerful. Tana is the balance to Tanas, the sun god. Without Tana, the god would be a judge. You mean a judge that says everybody's a sinful piece of shit? Right, that one. Okay. I think they call him Yahweh here, where us goys have been, miseducated. I'll go there. Okay. Okay, so Tanas, the goddess, would have compassion without direction and love without form. They maintain the universe, the place where all the stars are born. The Milky Way is called the River of Tana. Tana Rain Castaldo, the goddess who reigns among the stars. I will always love you. Sleeping next to mommy. Nothing more precious than my two beautiful girls. You guys get it now, okay? Even the top 13, what you think are Illuminati families that have, in you guys' mind, allowed all this to happen. Well, see, they broke out a psychopath test on these fuckers. You know, the government's had it over 50 years. It's no BFD, right? And so, just imagine. You're telling me that you've lost so much hope that you don't believe that there's one noble, true, loving person left in any of those families? Well, I want to tell you what, there is. And that's where Mr. A.P. comes from in my mind. And Mr. A.P. and all of his fine fucking friends that are the righteous ones turn the tables on these old fucks. Yeah, the ones that don't value human life. So, wait, watch, and see. All I can say is confirmation of spirit, phenomenon, progress. Alright, now, talk about exactly what everybody's been stepping in. Okay, Suze Pratt shares Chris Geo's post, and it says, fake houses filled with fake people, eating fake food, watching fake news, living fake lives with fake breasts, wives working fake jobs to make fake money to buy fake things with fake value-worshipping fake gods. But no, this can't possibly be a computer simulation. How about them apples? Okay. Hey, if anybody gets sick, you know, I'm always talking about homeopathy, right? And so Highlands is an incredible brand of homeopathy. And look what they got for y'all. Highlands Complete Flu Care Homeopathic Combination. Keep in mind, homeopathy is not modern day medicine. Homeopathy has been the standard. What it is cellular nutrition. And they spoke about it in Genesis. My smart friends will know it as the element table. So say iron phosphate would be ferrum phos. Well, ferrum phosphate. Or if you want to shorten it and make it real easy, fer phos. Ferrphos. Fair phos. And for anybody that's local here in the ghetto, all you got to do, man, is go to Blue Sky Nutrition over in Grandview Plaza, 5 minutes down the street from the Big Yellow House. Walk in there and say, hey, my buddy Suze told me to come here and get some homeopathy. And they're going to say, we love her crazy ass. And then they're going to point it out to you. And you're going to go around the store and you're going to pick out anything you want. And you're going to take it up to the register, and guess what they're going to do for you? They're going to give you 20% off because I send so many people there. And we have such a great relationship. So, go see Janet at Blue Sky Nutrition if you're in North County. And all you gotta do is get on a website if you're not in North County, and they will direct you. Oh, and also, maybe you should take down this number, 1-800-HOMEOPATHY. Call it sometime, see what happens. Okay. This is fucking awesome here. We're seeing the first indictments unsealed. Uranium 1, MAGA pill. The Department of Justice unsealed 11 counts of bribery, fraud, and money laundering on Uranium 1. You know why this makes my heart sing? Because my grandmother and my grandfather held stock in Utah Uranium.
Let me get it.
It's connected to Vista Petroleum. All of these people that had penny stocks were ripped off. Ripped off. No wonder my gran was an alcoholic. And you know, after she worked an 8-hour day for Mercantile Bank, well, actually she worked for the original Ted Jones. Ted Jones. When I was a little girl, she took him a fruitcake at Christmas. And they were in the big houses, you know, down by the zoo, by the St. Louis Zoo. I was so young. And she walked that fruitcake up to the servants' entrance and gave it to, you know, the slave to give to the boss man. I'll never forget it. But anyhow, you guys know it was my big mouth and my filing capabilities that pulled out the paper all about how they knew Oklahoma was the most stable plate. So they thought it, you know, the right thing to do to go in there and mess it up, and you guys know how unstable it is now. So don't ever tell me for a minute that fracking is not doing what it's doing. And guess why they're doing it, ding-dongs? To get to the minerals that they need for the dopey Bitcoin. You know what I say? We got enough green cash money laying around that you just shut all these son of a bitches down and we start again, and everybody gets to run a small business, and everybody gets to help everybody out, and every homeless person gets a fucking vacant house. What is wrong with these people? And then they say, oh, no, 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 no. That'd be too dangerous. Well, you know what? It's dangerous living out on the streets when it's 10 below, and you got the fucking human catcher instead of the dog catcher coming around to take these people. And you don't even want to know where they take them. But hey, let me drop a name real quick. Get your pencil. Maxim. M-A-X-I-M. Shushenko. S-U-S-H. Wait, S-U-S-H. C-H-E-N-K-O. Maxim Shushenko. It's kind of hard, and I don't have my little thing right in front of me. This is kind of impromptu. So anyhow, Maxim Shushenko is president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. And each one of his stocks are worth $98 million, kids. Oh no, you can't buy one even if you own all the money in China, right? But, believe it or not, poor Maxim, he lives in a boo-boo kitty apartment, and he doesn't have enough money to live in a real house, and the apartment is really where his mail comes, if you want to believe it. How about that one? I thought that was special, too, especially when my gram was mistreated and died penniless. She took care of my entire family, so I got something for these people. Okay. All right. Now, if you liked John's short poem, you may love this one. And this is called The Tragic Impotence of Truth. Now, let me connect it back to the Elvis story. Because whether they made him sound like he had an Oedipus complex, or
this is all connected to Hillary.
He had 1,000 illegitimate children. When you make the human Rome impotent,
you know, Clinton.
This is how it all comes down to now. So you might like that. And I'll be up and at it at 9 a.m. doing my part with my buddy, JLL. And you know what he says? He says, oh hell, it's JLL. Yeah, they're saying, oh hell, it's JLL. And I'm saying I'm your best buddy, Suze. So, when you put us together, you don't even want to know. But I'll be with you at 9 a.m. John. I love you. Okay? Now, this is great. Look, I'm still waiting, and it's still 92%, and I've been live streaming for who knows how long. Okay. So this morning, Joe found
It is crazy, isn't it, Manon?
an article
And isn't
about
it
this man and him and his wife.
isn't it
And
crazier
she was ill.
that I have all the original legal documents and my
She
family
brought
never
Pratt
spoke about it?
He watched him. He watched
That's
them
crazy.
put his wife in a fucking ambulance. He went to the police station where the ambulance, you know, was supposed to check in at, and says to the cops, "Where's my wife's body?" And they said, "Dude, you must be nuttier than a fucking fruitcake. We didn't get no report. We don't know your old nasty wife, and we didn't get no report." Now let me tell you where his deceased love is. I'll bet you $1 down they sacrificed her there at Graceland, part of a satanic ritual like I told you about. You think I'm lying. You don't even want to know how bad it is. But anyhow, whatever parts they didn't use of her are probably there. And I'll tell you what, Dopey Graceland isn't going to get time to build that fucking wall like Trump wants to do, and they're in it together. Hey, look! It's supposed to be moving. I saw that blue line moving.
Yes.
Still says 92%. I'm not playing.
Can you
I'm
imagine
watching
years
everything.
at 30
I got
cents
eyes
building
everywhere.
up,
Okay,
plus
now, back to
99
this.
million a share for this shit now?
How many people?
And how many
Don't know
people
where
they ripped
their
off? Not
deceased
just my
loved ones
grandparents. Oh no.
But hey, y'all need to remember, this Zanash made this death cult. And see, there is no death, because it's about everlasting life. For life is love, and love is life. They've been harvesting our souls and looshing our energy, not just our money. And that is Satanism. Okay. Calm down, Suze. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, we should just, fucking stop, drop, and roll instead of them stop, dropping, and rolling. And you ain't gonna catch my ass stopping. So, this is on the Philtrum. Philtrum. That is that space that we were discussing way up here in the Never-Ending Story. Okay. The place between the lips is the Philtrum. So these son of a bitches have been filling it with Botox and plastic and putty and piercings and whatever they can do. And that will permanently change your face. Kind of like Georgie not having no tail. It's a crock of shit. 92% my ass. Hey, get this one. So, the last show I did, 3 hours and 48 minutes show. Excellent show, right? So, I get done, and the first thing that pops up is a 48-minute version of it, and I'm like, hey, now that's nice, but where's my whole show? And then they like playing with me, right? So they kick up a 2-minute version. And the 2-minute version was the beginning of it, and the 48-minute version was a perfectly isolated timestamp, so eventually you'll see it, and it will all be relative. But, in the meantime, let me show you what, however you want to think about it, whether it's, Mr. A.P., International Man of Mystery #1, or Mr. Computerhead, or Divine Intervention, because don't you tell me for a minute that you've built such a small God that you don't think he's in control of the internet. Please tell me you haven't lost that much faith. It could have been the devil, or it could have been divine, just like each and every one of us. So now you make your choice. But in the meantime, watch this. This is funny shit. You ready?
Boy, I got in trouble for this one.
Have you ever shot a television set, Mr. Shit?
There's no, wait, wait, stop. Okay.
I
Now,
sent you that picture,
see,
Mannon.
that was funny. Mr. Shit, right? So, I'm fucking with my boy, Mr. AP, here, because this is Adam. This is Adam. Remember his dad is the one with the long face. He's behind a bar, and they're partying. See that? See this? No, don't get me wrong. I could be wrong. But what if I'm right? Okay, let's continue. And of course, you see, he told me in the beginning that I'm so swear that he don't care. This is Rare Elvis I've been talking to y'all about. And of course, we have the hand of God, you see. And then we got the dog helping him up. Who drew who? Who made who? Where's AC/DC, right? And this is my 117-year-old thingamajig, kaleidoscope. Oh, okay, all right. Now, guys, I'm not even. See, that's ridiculous. I mean, a straight, heterosexual, loving
Good.
woman like myself.
And you see, he's got no panties on the dance floor, Mannon.
I mean, really?
I mean, can we
How
not
about
discuss
this?
these things?
I mean,
Really?
is this how far we've slid down the tunnel? Okay, so like I told you,
Look at that.
the international version, he don't never wear no panties. Believe me, it's obvious to people that don't wear panties. They know. But anyhow, I decided to say this is his birthday suit. See how witty that is? And in the meantime, this is Adam playing around. Actually, I got 2 pictures of him with no panties on.
I got 3, actually.
Think I'm kidding?
Mm-mm.
Kaleidoscope again. I held it in one hand and filmed it in another, can you believe? Okay, PSI, paranormal, supernatural investigator. And look, one of them.
And this is the one I got in trouble for the other day. They're coming out of the woodwork pissed. Blew their whole money-making opportunity.
International, not stateside, not photoshopped,
And not Marlon
I promise
Brando
you it's
either.
A real cat. Okay, continue.
They called me crazy.
Now we're
Batshit
looking at 3
crazy.
different signatures. Let me get down here for you. Here comes our first one. A loop on the top. Of
I
the
know. But they're
Here comes our second
blind.
one with that weird Y and that face.
I don't know.
And no loop on the E.
And look at how many signatures they can sell.
And this one. And we're going to be looking a lot at the middle of the E. The middle of the E has a loop. No, whoa. Nobody got to see it if I didn't get to say it. Hang on. No, we're still on the edge of reality. Okay. I like this. Let me get down there. Okay. See how the big circle is in the center of the E? And then see how that Y
It's not a
is
good
totally
shot
different?
for you
This
guys.
is what you need to know about this.
It's in my photos, man, and you're
all
welcome
sorts
to
of
anything
people
there.
Buying all sorts of fake signatures. I mean, they are prostituting every part of this man. Okay, that's your reality. I've been on the edge of reality with this since January a year ago. Now look at this one. That is not neither one. That's Adam.
2 full years next month.
I won't deny that the guy could sing, but that's all he was, just a singer.
So what about his hair? His beautiful. He was born blonde.
Most
Did you know
babies
that?
are, but that's okay.
And one of the original baby pictures, there's only 2,
alright.
but they've made 1 million now. There's another one. This, okay, right here. Right here. Let me back the camera up so y'all can see it. That is the stateside one. Because he's in fancy pants clothes, and so's his mama. Do you guys see the difference? This one's got a longer face. Remember we talked about that? We got a long face and a short face. So, here again. Instead of twins, or clones, or doppelgangers, or ding-dongs, let's just change it right now and talk about parallel universes. And maybe that's why they call him a prince from another planet. I
Maybe.
don't know. As soon as we get him here in the physicality, I'm sure we're going to sit down and have
Good
a
luck
nice
to
long
that,
talk with
Suze.
y'all. But right now, that is not the case, but it will be shortly. And it's all inside me right now. Okay, keep going. Look at this one. Long face, blonde, sleeping. And they all got cool hair. And I didn't get to do any of it, so I'd like to do some hair. Now, here we got this really light-eyed, short-faced cutie patootie. And oh, look, son of a gun. Now, see, oh, hey, did I mention I made this on purpose this way? I've been taking pictures, and I made the iMovie, and I put the pictures in so you guys could see the truth. This is not random.
I see
Okay,
this, but I don't
now,
really
let's
understand
look
why
at
they
this
do
one.
this
This
video.
would be the third one that I knew of by the name of Jimmy Ellis. Whether that's a right or wrong name is irrelevant. They're all Elvi, E-L-V-I. So, this is the one that on stateside's.
Alright, Manon. Here's the best answer I can give for that. The world is a hard, cruel place. And, you know, if you want to get to somebody, the best way has always been to get to their family. Well, come to find out, like, all these people that made music and, you know, actors and singers, this different grouping of people, they're not much different than politicians or regular people like us. So, in order to stay safe, they hang together and have each other's back, like a softball team. When the kids are born, they have to sometimes hide them, and other times it would be like in the old stories where the king says, okay, daughter, you're going to marry this duke from over here, and that's going to combine our land, and we're not going to fight as long as you produce heirs, or, you know, whatever the storyline is at the time. This is very important in the Presley line because I'm going to say that that line directly connects to the bloodline of Alexander the Great. And there's a lot of reasons why I say that. Now, earlier in the program, I went and got the family Bible. And I bookmarked the page. And I'll do a video about this. I'm not going to waste time with it right now. We already got too much. But this is an account of the 400 years between the Old and the New Testament. And a lot of Alexander the Great stuff comes in we start hearing about Alexander the Great. Let's see. I'm not reading it all here. My eyes aren't... Oh, duh. Right in front of my face. Sorry. 335 BC. And with everything I've learned about the Presley story, see, the Presley name goes back to AD 454. And I do life charting and I put things into timelines. So, that is only 115 years difference. And so, in my mind, you say, okay, well, where was the Presley family or the Press family before AD 454? And these Elvi, these multiple men, or these fragments of a whole, they all have different fortes. And this all goes back to Cain and Abel, even in the Bible. Two brothers that love each other, that have two different distinct paths to travel, and they will intersect and fight. So, that would seem like the problem for all of the war in the world to me. And I come from a very, well, I thought I came from a very small family because there were none around. Well, come to find out they murdered off certain families for certain reasons. And I think that that's something that me and number one have in common, because our family names both go back to the Scottish Highlands, and I'm from the Gloss family and he's from the Press family. This blonde one here with the softer energy, you know, he looks really calm, this one to me. During the SKMI thing, he would be the one that SKMI referred to as Jimmy Ellis. And Jimmy, well, his name wasn't Ellis when he was born, no doubt, but they adopted him to the Ellis family. Well, this is the one whose pictures are on the European side of the world. This isn't the American side of the world. So, if you're from an important family, you're going to need representation in multiple countries, not only to put out a message, but to be, I guess, inspirational, as well as maybe create some kind of order through their chaos, because, you know, all these important families have been arguing about whose bloodline's going to rule from the beginning. And think about your own self, man, and you have 4 bloodlines pulsing through you. 4. So imagine if you were a big deal and your mom went through some secret experiments and they made a bunch of eggs or something. Well, they're not going to make your mom carry them all. So one's going to go over here to some princess chick, you know, from the right family. And then there'll be another one over here and another one over there, which is how we get the story of Sandro. But in the Elvis story, the best way to think about it is do a search and you want to see everything about him in the year 1977. And then remember that Lisa Marie just said, well, and she's Lisa Presley. See, she's not Lisa Marie. There should be your next check mark on this fact list. These people are actors and impersonating other people. Well, anyhow, my dog's having a dream. Come on. The point, okay. So in the last Gossip magazine, Lisa Marie said that Elvis weighed 350 pounds when he bit the bullet. All right, fine. Go look at the last concert from 77. And the heavy-set, sweaty one that forgot the words, and I said had a few parasites. That one? That's the doppelganger. That's no more Elvis Presley than the Man on the Moon. Back to that. He was an actor. And Sandro reminds us to not hate these people. They are familiar. They are family. They are contracted. They are paid. But, when that person takes their last breath, And then some bullshit program wants to plug in the real one's name instead of who they really were as an actor. Well, now you got big problems because you're stealing fortunes and you're hurting families and you're just basically tearing up any regard, if you ask me, for family. So that's, I guess, my answer to the question. You can only imagine how dangerous it would be for him to come out and speak. But, see, once you get to a certain age, or I guess the world gets to a certain place, or you know stuff behind the scenes, and you don't want to see the entire thing destroyed. Well, maybe that's the time that that person chooses to step forward. And I'll tell you something, man, and before I turn the audio back on, the day I made that video that I got attacked from the Elvis Presley is Truth is Marching On fake-ass private page. Well, believe it or not, that very same day, the word out there that they reported on was that you had Lisa Marie's son, you know, that Keogh boy that they say looks just like his grandpa, him and Nava Tyrone. And Nava Tyrone is Priscilla's son, and the father of that son is the dude that put together the Power Rangers. So, these two guys, and neither one of them are button-up suit and tie, clean cut. You know, they're a little more edgy. But they were all dressed up and proper, coming out of some kind of a government building. And then you have all the journalists running up to them and saying, "Who's your mom really?" And "Are you really Elvis's grandson?" And burp, 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 burp. So, you know, slowly, this thing is coming to a major head. And then it ties into political shit. And from there, you're all the way back to this thing when the Elvis stuff started, being associated as a guy supporting Trump in the background. No different than John F. Kennedy Jr. now in the background of Trump campaigns or rallies supporting him. Now, we know Elvis was never a follower, he was a leader. On the cutting edge. And he saw John F. Kennedy be murdered. That's why I think he devised a plan. And I think that that's why he got everybody out safely and did this little dance. In the meantime, we already know that he's so high up in the running of things that he's the one pulling strings. He's the one running the deal. Because I can't believe there's anyone smarter than the man, Elvis Presley, who first protected his intellectual property. And that was the day that he said, "Fuck you, Sun Records," or whoever he was with at the time, in the beginning. I'll turn my own daggum recorder on. I'll turn my own on, and I'll make my own copy because I'm the artist. Now, you may own all the other copies, but from this day forward, every day I speak or dance or perform or talk, I will turn on my own cameras. And you see, that's what we do now. And that's how we're proving things. So, these other artists not only looked up to Elvis because he was phenomenal in every regard, but he was getting them the information on how to protect their own selves. And here again, I validate that with the proof of all these old rockers, coming out of the closet and going, "What's up?" Well, since 2013, they could do that and reach their old fans in America. Before 2013, they couldn't do that. So, if people can wrap their minds around that as Americans, then they know beyond a shadow of a doubt, to say the least, that they didn't live in a free society. And I think that's very important. Not only so everybody else doesn't hate our guts, but so Americans will quit saying we did this. Because I didn't do any of this treachery bullshit. I live here. I was born here. But they say I got dropped off in the wrong place too, so what do I know? Let's get back to the many faces of beautiful, strong men.
SKMI phony baloney story. This is the one that got adopted by the Ellis family. But I'm telling you in the never-ending story, this one is over in Europe.
Hey, Manon, do you think it would be smarter if I looked at all this and just believed that it was a big computer fucking with me? Because really, I can't imagine that a computer could care so much to like actually come after a person and get them involved. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Okay, thank you very much. It's complicated, but I understand. Yes, okay, I imagine all this. Are you serious? Wow, I don't know all this before. You know what? I'm really glad, Manon, that you're at the place where you're going, okay, wow, I get it. Because I know it's a lot, believe me. The people closest to me have a hard time with it. So you can't be hard on yourself. And then we also have a small language barrier, but that's bullshit too, because even if I have a friend that lives here in St. Louis, and I've known him, 40 years of my life, and we speak of the same English. Well, if you want to talk on the typewriter like you and I do, believe it or not, even two St. Louis English-speaking people that know each other don't feel the meanings behind the words. And who's to say that my friend has the same definition of the word I do? Now, I don't know what kind of mood my friend's in that day either. So, if I'm a typing and that person is in a distressed mood, well, what means that they're going to fully comprehend the sentence that I just typed? And if I'm distressed and somebody types me a sentence, oh, I'm going to fully realize what's going on because I was created for this job. Not to sound like a bitch, but it is what it is. So, in the same time, I have to pull back. Wow, my screen just froze. That's wild, because I'm not moving, but I see myself talking. My screen has moved. Somebody's playing with the live stream. But I know it's recording, so I'm cool. But that's why my face is not moving. Alright, let's play the video and see what happens.
This one wasn't here in the United States.
Yep, I'm still not moving.
Okay.
Let's go with the video.
Move on.
Yep, video's not changing to the next shot
These
either.
are all Adam's pictures, by the way.
My screen is froze.
Look at this sassy one.
My computer's working. The timestamp on my video on the iPhone is moving. So we just have a froze image.
I open my salon, and they mock me and force me out. Now I know why I needed to be out. Oh, and look,
That ain't neither one of the three. That's Adam. And there's the kaleidoscope. That's why there's the four faces of God. And I'm not saying don't.
Hey, it's
say
back.
blaspheming.
I'm
just
talking and
pointing it
it's
out.
moving.
There's Adam again. That ain't neither
No,
one.
we are all different, but it's not secure to you.
Maybe everybody needs a kaleidoscope. That might be why I was able to crack this.
I can
That's not
take a
wrong.
lot,
Wait,
Mannon,
stop,
but
slow down.
it's
Okay.
pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
It really is. And more people
look
are
at the
hating me by the
filtrum.
minute. It just,
See
I
that
don't know.
filtrum?
It's tough.
And,
Makes me hot.
Yeah. I'll bet you that's Adam. And this is how the web was woven, see? That's why I put it there.
Let me get you that face.
I'm really
Hang on.
glad y'all are here with me watching. Have you checked out the photo albums? Are you, oh, what? Wait. Here's another one. Okay, so in this whole story, it's about the song. Well, there's a couple songs, but I put a spell on you because you're mine. Okay, and so there's a story about that, and I'm going to tell it, but real quick. Which Elvis is that?
With the real
Because
wide
look at it.
bridge.
And he's got the big
Eyes
hair.
way
See
far
that big
apart.
hair? And then this is his sister. And whether that's his mom or kin, I know this is family, I'm not sure. Because I've never talked to him. Never one conversation. Not on the phone, not on email, not on Messenger. Because guess what? Your Messenger isn't private.
Right.
It's only between you and the person. It's like if you talk to Messenger with somebody, it's just the rest of your Facebook friends can't see. Okay, so let me let this play and see what happens, and then I'll tell you the story.
It's not working no
You
matter
won't
how
believe
hard
it.
I try to
I'll
get
tell
it
you.
all.
Or maybe you will.
Let's see.
Okay, which Elvis is that?
Yeah, which Elvis is that?
That's Adam. And that's Adam high as 16 hippies.
You know it.
A little strung out. It's probably difficult being the son of one of these LI and having to hide out. Who's
Mm-hmm.
that one? I'm gonna say that's Adam too. ADEM. Yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
I mean, how could anybody believe that's Elvis?
Simply because you could. Or have you spent your time hating the man who did?
Right. And look at this one. I said smoking hot. That is not short-faced Elvis.
His music, his movies, and his charity.
Okay. I always liked that because the night he was taking me around, which has been many nights, and I, take these pictures. There was a huge storm in St. Louis, and we were playing that video when that big clap of thunder struck, and I thought it was just, like a message saying, "Hey, Sears, what's up?"
Is that what he said?
Who's that one with the ice blue eyes, Adam? Stateside to tell you it's all contact lenses.
Right. And I have brown eyes.
Try.
I couldn't make my eyes any
look,
other
this
color
one
with
says the
contact
picture's
lenses.
taken by his sister. Who's that? And who's that little girl down there? Look at that riding.
Oh, good.
There she is.
See?
She looks like that other girl aged.
And I have an
No,
adult
but
picture
she
of
was
that girl,
younger here.
too.
She looked older in that last picture I showed y'all.
For real.
And that's Rare Elvis on Facebook.
And
down
people
here.
like Trevor and Jane act like these are random people. I go in 5 minutes. I will come back now. I understand this video. Thanks a lot. You're
Singing in the
welcome.
background.
See you later. Thank you
Well,
for being here,
And
Mannon.
here's,
Peace out.
And there's the Presley family tree. Did I mention they go back to AD 454? And look, my hair has never been high, but I know Adam knows about that high hair, and so does Elvi. The higher the hair, the closer to God. And that's why I guess I wear my hair on top of my head and hang out with these guys. My hair is too fine.
It wasn't the drugs.
No, it wasn't the drugs, was
It
it?
wasn't.
Right, it wasn't the drugs.
Watch this, guys.
He wasn't a womanizer. He wasn't a fat ass out of control. Jeez. I got the weight of my world on my shoulders. Yeah. Wow.
Those are glitches.
They're just saying hi. Don't anybody get scared. Right, double trouble master number or coded message. All I know is he wears 11 and so do I. That's me, if you don't know. I'm incognito. Keep trying, Flaming Star. There's those albums I was talking about. Isn't that cool? The original. I've never had an album in my life. Now I get 2 at 53 years old, right?
Mm-hmm. I've got 4.
They're short-faced.
2 opera ones.
Well, I think so, right? Or is that short-faced? Different camera angles. Who wants to argue about it? They're both beautiful. And look at that.
And
That
distinctly
face is going
different.
Get y'all. Don't step on my blue suede shoes. Treat me nice. You just love me. Right, that's all he wants. And the old, Victrola dog. See, that's a record player for anybody young. Oh. This is the second album. I really appreciate Linda Wallace. She's put up with my shit for a lot of years. Oh, I put up with hers too. And she appreciates me, so it's mutual, see? It's okay. It's about accepting other people's baggage. Look, they wrote on his face and said sorry. Can you see it?
Mm.
And this is how I came to know Rare Elvis on Facebook, and I saw that picture. Wait, you're interrupting me. Okay. So the first time I saw that image with the 4 Elvi, that was during that week between Maundy, Thursday, and Easter I told you all about.
Look at that weird glitch.
Right, you can't. See, that's not Elvis's voice.
Right.
That's Adam. So when I show you guys stuff where they go, take 2, 2009, and then you get the smart ass one, you know, cussing and acting up. See, that's all. That's not Elvis. That's Adam. A-D-E-M. He's been recording this whole millennium, but
Or,
you know, wait till
all right,
that's all I can say.
all right,
He's
because
got a
you're
bunch
still
of
here,
friends.
Manon. Hang
We're
on.
gonna have concerts for like days on end.
Now, seriously, there was a video of the one that looked like a wax figure in the coffin that got taken to the cryogenics lab in 77 and got reanimated in 99. Wouldn't that be a trip if we had a 63-year-old Elvi running around that was Elvis? I mean, see, I have no clue who's going to be who, but they think it's funny, and I get to guess which one is which or something. I can either think of it like an intelligence test or like a computer has completely kidnapped me. And I'm not going to believe that about the computer. I'm going to believe that the human is smarter than the computer, not the computer has control over the human. And even with all the quantum physics and everything else built into it, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and this man, whoever he is having his experience, and I'm having mine, and they're supposed to intersect. And if they don't, you know what? I did the best I can do. They like to tease me like I should have worked a little harder.
Get that line right once in this song. And I'm not going to even have to bitch at him.
Nope.
Here's, Sue's Pratt. Oh, and look. They're trying to say all that. See, we'll talk about that some other time. This is the end of this little video here coming up. But it's so cute. I love it. Watch this. Bill Marshall. Bill Marshall. Oh, and Shane Crompton. That's why I didn't get to say that one time. Right. Grizzle Nut.
Okay, so check this out. That video that I just shared with y'all is the very one that the cuckoo bitch from hell, and don't get me wrong, she's not really a cuckoo bitch. She's what you call a troll or a bot. So let's go find her and make an ass out of her. Hang on just a second, please. You see, I've been hanging out with Hellmaker today. Now, in my mind, Hellmaker would be the son of Mr. AP number 1. Did I say that right? Mr. A.P. number 1, International Man of Mystery. Okay. Jeez, they've been getting a hold of me all day, haven't they? Right, you just got back a few days ago, hon. I know. I missed you. Where is that wench at? Is it really down this far? See, you guys, I stay busy. Where is that ragmuffin at? If I don't find her in a minute, oh. Nope, that's not it. Okay, I can't find it. Screw it. You either believe me or you don't. And I bring it later. Alright, let's get out of there. Elvis wears his birthday suit. Hey, and it's seen almost 900 views, which I know isn't a big deal to high rollers, but it's a pretty BFD to me. Okay, so my buddy Randy Morgan says, you want empirical proofs of a reality stream which you create every moment? You suck at being a god. That's right, Randy. People aren't taking their personal responsibility and stepping into their power because they got taught they were only human. Well, we're teaching them, you and me, that they are actually the divine child. And JLL calls that the Rome. See, not all humans are created equal. I'm sorry. This is a little cutie patootie, the thing I made about people needing to shave. This is very cool. Let me just run this for you since y'all are here. Stay on this page. What?
Time, how our faces don't just grow, but fit together like a puzzle. The 3 main sections of the puzzle meet in the middle of your
That's you and your mama's womb when you were conceived. Isn't that amazing?
Hence comes the deformation of all Clark talent. Like, that's fucked up. They
I'll tell you what.
Put their face together. Right.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and shut this live stream down and make this into its own because this is about how human life is formed, this next one. So we're just going to go ahead and cut this at 1:18. And this is Sophia's Emporium for now, signing out. Talk soon.